on one knee in this.
How's everyone doing in this
against racial
special Sunday night football?
Looks at his watch and gets us underway.
Is everyone well?
Kicking Manchester United off as they attack the stretch.
Take it through the teams.
They'll get their passing game going straight away with Lindelof.
Unfortunately, we can't see the whole lot of the teams.
The ball goes out to play, and as far as Newcastle's approach, you say a point will be.
Unfortunately,
we know that sides who look to attack Manchester United often get punished because they like to play on the counter-attack. That's not something Newcastle have done too much. They prefer to.
Big goal for United, De Gea, from Masaka.
Make boxing matches, but it's the same with football as well.
Lindelof, Guire, Shaw,
the style of football that they both like to play.
Fred,
Matic,
James,
they can definitely hurt Manchester United.
Fernandes,
good to have.
Bertrand, and Martial up front.
For the Frenchman after Callum Wilson's injury.
In goal for Newcastle, Darlow.
Who tries to get past Kraft. It drops to
that right back.
Just outside the Newcastle penalty area. Newcastle.
Forget his name.
Sort of luminous blend of yellow and green. Is that how you describe it?
Lascelles, Kieran Clark, Jamal Lewis, that guy on loan from Arsenal, Willock, Isaac Hayden.
Speaking of lively, Luke Shaw's been excellent for Manchester United down the left-hand side this
Jojo Shelby,
season.
Almiron, Adam Axman and Joe Linton up front for Newcastle.
Up with Rashford, who bursts into the penalty area, and the ball just runs away from Rashford and behind for the first goal kick of the game. Carl Darlow back, well, staying between the sticks for Newcastle. Is that the right decision? There was some talk that maybe Dubravka should return.
Yeah, there has been, but I think Carl Darlow's been outstanding coming into the Newcastle team. I think some of the saves that he's made, being commanding, extremely confident, and you have to say that with Dubravka coming back, it's pushed him to push his limit or push his game up to that next level.
Manchester United missing the likes of Pogba, Cavani, Van der Beek. It's also Phil Jones' birthday today. He's not.
I have it now.
Hasn't been involved this season. Almiron down the right-hand side for Newcastle, near the corner flag in the Manchester United half. Plays the ball into the penalty area. Joel Linton twisting and turning, but can't find the route for a shot. There's a decent opening for Joel Linton in the penalty area for Newcastle there.
Really good chance, but this is better from Newcastle. This is what I wanted to see from them. A high press, not letting Manchester United out, crowding them. Willock's been such a, I know it's early doors and you say
right back
signing, but he's brought that energy into a midfield
for Newcastle.
Didn't have it at all.
But of course, yeah, the talk about Newcastle's midfield, not enough players who like to burst into the penalty area. That's something that Joe Willock likes to do. The young Arsenal midfielder on loan at Newcastle United. Kraft to take a throw-in, launches it into the Manchester United penalty area. Maguire gets something on it, and Newcastle will have the first corner of the game. And Almiron jogs across to take the corner. Set pieces, as we know, an important part of football, and somewhere where Manchester United have been vulnerable this season.
Well, there was a lack of communication that's led to the corner. Matic should have headed the ball. He thinks he got a shout from Maguire, and Maguire's saying, go and head it. If it's there to be headed, there is a good opportunity. Quality has to be good from Almiron.
Almiron to take the corner with his left foot. Joe Willock.
What do you think the score will be tonight, guys?
To swing it in though into the penalty area. So Maximan's in there, but Almiron does play it short to Willock. Drops to Shelby, who whips the ball a high cross, a bit too high, and De Gea chooses to punch it. That was a bit awkward for him. Falls to Joel Linton, who takes a shot. It's deflected and turned over.
Great chance for Newcastle. It's a big game for Newcastle tonight. They're only 3 points ahead of relegation now, because Fulham won last night.
You often see teams taking the short corner. They work it back to Shelby. He actually slips and it bounces off his standing leg and goes into.
That's my points at the moment. Like I'm going to be on 50 points because Madison got me 2 bonus points. And Diaz got me 1 bonus point, and even though Sterling scored a winner, he gets no bonus points.
Get it away and clear, I think, through Lindelof, and it breaks to halfway, and Kraft keeping the pressure on here for the visitors in these early stages.
Chris, how are you? Long time no see, mate. How are you this evening?
And it's 0-0 in the early exchanges between these two.
George, how are you this evening, mate? Are you well?
Newcastle in the way that they press, but Daniel James,
Hey buddy,
and the way
how are
he
you?
presses from the front for Manchester United. I think it's something that Ole Gunnar
Very
Solskjaer
tired.
loves about his game. You can see why.
An official press release here that Newcastle's kit, as a ball's played back and cleared away by De Gea, rudely interrupting what I'm about to say, which is that Newcastle's kit is officially described as fizzy yellow with pea coat trims. And to scratch Stephen Warnock's face, it was
What is it? Fizzy lemons?
Fizzy yellow with pea coat trims.
Wow.
Tinkin.
None of this luminous.
Did you shave?
Yeah.
Yes, I did, George.
I'll stick to red and white for Manchester United.
Yeah, absolutely.
Paddy, Alan, how are you keeping?
As Manchester United bring the ball out of defence through Lindelof to Wan-Bissaka,
Hey,
who's
Francis.
driving down the right-hand side, but he's well tackled.
Thank you, Creeper.
Lewis, Newcastle, who you could say
I
is
am
opening 5 minutes on
okay.
5 Live, have started pretty brightly
My
compared to some of their performances this season. They have left their
very
supporters a little cold at times.
sick.
And I'm not talking about the temperature for St James's, which
has
you've experienced
a
this season
few
yourself, Stephen.
weeks.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I'm just looking at the shape of Newcastle as well, and what they're trying to do extremely, like trying to capitalise on, is they know Luke Shaw goes forward. So Joe Linton's trying to
Died, is
play
it?
in between Shaw and Maguire. And then he's looking for flick-ons, and Almiron's playing the central role, looking to get in behind.
Tearing
Joe
face.
Willock is right on top of it as well, trying to pick the second balls up.
Daniel James getting a rare start in the Premier League and driving into
Newcastle
midfield with that pace of his, and
Newcastle win, maybe.
showing the urgency.
I don't think Newcastle will win
Manchester United on halfway
tonight, Paul.
Good ball
I know our home form has been terrible this season,
was the furthest man forward,
but Newcastle,
Shaw,
they know what's his name, Wilson.
Magic with a nice little pass in
He's
between,
not back
trying
on
Martial, but
to
Newcastle
April.
disciplined, and it's just a throw in to the home side.
Patter, how are you? Are you well?
Martial and Rashford linking up on the left hand side.
Ben, are you well?
This season has been involved in that sort of action.
He's well this evening.
Played for Manchester United this season, huge improvement in his game, but he's back fit. He looks
Of course,
he's definitely in contention for the Euros for England.
West Ham beat Tottenham in the London Derby
Gets away from Maguire and he's driving
this afternoon.
He's running with Fred and then
That was actually David Moyes'
Joe Linton, but it doesn't hit the mark, and Manchester
first win for
There's an early
against
feeling
Mourinho,
this game is-
because he never beat Mourinho before.
But an early feeling that we will see goals in this one.
That puts West Ham into fourth
Newcastle have started.
in the league. They're having a very good season.
I think I'd say Newcastle have dominated possession so far in the way that they've played, but you just know.
Marco Duffy, how are you? How are you this evening, mate? Are you well?
Line of Rashford and James and Martial, and especially Fernandes. You cannot take your eye off those players. The lack of concentration.
Who do you think who's scoring this game?
0-0, 8 minutes played.
You would have to bet on Fernandes scoring, wouldn't you?
Premier League match of the day as Shaw almost wins it in the midfield, but Joe Linton dropped
Marco
it
Duffy.
on Almiron, the furthest man
Good.
for Newcastle United, and he lays the ball off looking for Willock, but
Dale
Manchester United trying to win it back.
bringing
Newcastle want a
on
free kick, and
Kevin
Almiron
Keegan.
at the moment on the ground.
Yeah, but
I think he was caught
Kevin
by
Keegan
Maguire.
is
Will be okay. Steve Bruce turns away. He's
not going to bring Newcastle luck back, unfortunately.
I don't think he liked that challenge from Maguire on Almiron.
They were close to winning the league title.
Have a look at the referee.
That's how close Newcastle got to.
And then he flung himself down again just to make sure that the referee was
Marco Duffy says 2-0 United.
Get Maguire booked.
Oh, I hope he doesn't get booked, Maguire.
Let's not suggest that.
I would bet you right now, I'd be surprised if Harry Maguire scores against Newcastle.
Chris Sutton.
He loves scoring against Newcastle.
Wasn't an example there at all. He was fouled.
Just like Sterling
Fred Lang.
loves scoring against Arsenal.
United penalty area to Lindelof, who turns away from the pressure and the press from Almiron, and it's a poor pass out by De Gea, falls to Joel Linton.
Poor pass by De Gea.
And Shelby with a shot over the bar. It's been an
Shelby shot over the bar. That'd be like point for Newcastle. Point for Newcastle.
Joe Linton on the right-hand side of the
Yeah, but suck Gaelic.
And it's quite difficult for him to pick out a pass that was really going to hurt Manchester United. He feeds it across the edge of the area into the deep, the onrushing John Joe Shelby, who skies it over.
Ryan,
leaning back
9799. How are you this evening, mate? Welcome to the live stream for the first time. Are you well this evening?
Chance gifted to Newcastle on the plate there by the poor pass out from David De Gea.
De Gea got away with it. It was a poor pass by him.
Luke Shaw trying to play a ball inside near the Newcastle penalty area. It's cut out by Rashford.
Cut out by Rashford.
With a ball in, but Willock was there and did enough, and then Shelby.
Damn Willock.
At the back looks to get Newcastle going with a ball out to Lewis. And Lewis,
well, to be fair, it's a big game for both sides. If we win, we go back up to second on. Go different from Leicester.
Played 10 minutes at Old Trafford on 5 live.
Yeah, but it's a big game for Newcastle as well.
And Manchester United have a free kick outside the area, just away shooting.
Teddy Sheringham is getting sacked. He's got no job at the moment, mate.
Yeah, I think he'll stand over it, assess it, and decide whether he thinks there's something on.
Sean Byrne, 88. How are you this evening, mate? Are you well?
It is a foul from Lascelles.
What do you think the score will be, mate?
Waiting for Lascelles to commit himself and then releasing a pass at just the right time.
Releasing the pass. Oh, trying to think who that commentary is again.
Set pieces, well, when it's at the other end, they are pretty effective.
Like on Soccer AM yesterday. Don't forget every week, banter of the week. Yeah, I think he was saying at halftime during the week. Watford have drawn about 14 games 0-0 or something. And it's 0-0.
With the Slovakians' return, Darlow is still in the goal, but it's
Darlow. To be fair, he's had a good season, Darlow.
At Old Trafford,
he's made a lot of saves.
The opposite ends of the table, still looking for points, of course. Manchester United with City beating Arsenal.
Course, who's not safe yet from the drop as well? Burnley are not safe.
Newcastle United.
Palace are not safe. And Brighton are not safe.
Free kick for Manchester United about the midway point of the Newcastle half.
Because Fulham could pull up a good run together.
Already the urgency of the home side as
Fulham, they're not a bad side.
Into the penalty area.
Just at times they can't put the ball in the back of the net.
Newcastle will have everybody back in their own half, and then they try to press Manchester United in there.
But it was a good win for them last night against Sheffield.
Swede who's returned to their defence. Eric Bailly was playing
last night. Great win for Everton last night. After 21 and a half years.
Away from home, which has them with 1 foot into
waiting a long time, beat Liverpool and Anfield.
Short enough to remember.
To be fair, Liverpool beat a terrible run at Anfield. Their standards has dropped. Unfortunately.
Voice of former England international Stephen Warnock across this game at Old Trafford.
Stephen Warnock doing the commentary as well.
United and Newcastle United.
Ex-Blackburn Rovers and Liverpool player.
2 goals to 1 big win for David Moyes' side. Aston Villa beaten at home by Leicester City by 2 goals to 1.
Aston Villa lost this afternoon to Leicester. And of course the last game, City won 1-0 away at Arsenal. Everybody said early in the first 10 minutes Sterling should have had a hat-trick. That's what Darius Bassel said.
Wins a header for Newcastle. Ball drops to Lascelles, who also wins a header in the ball.
David, how are you this evening, mate? Are you well?
Maguire, he goes long. Martial leading the line for Manchester United, nowhere near that long ball.
Dolan, Pep Dolan. Welcome to the live stream again, mate. How are you this evening? Are you well?
Teenagers on the bench in Shola Shortire.
Teenagers on the bench.
Diallo, who was signed from Atalanta and made his debut against Real Sociedad. And while I've been mentioning that,
Darlow
fouled. Is it Kraft down there who looks in a lot of pain? He's actually in the Manchester United
lot of pain.
Area.
It could be a concern for my team. Depends on
Madison.
Madison.
Sure, but it wasn't the case. Just giving him a walk.
Yeah, he came off in the 65th minute today.
Good challenge from Luke Shaw. Like, maybe he's perhaps just.
Darren Brennan 94, how are you this evening, mate? Are you well?
Seeing the replay, we got the benefit of that in front of us.
Rose Cattle,
But it wasn't malicious.
1960. Are you well this evening, Rose?
To the ball, toe poke to the way.
How's the whole family?
Two managers today who have won multiple league titles for
Are they well?
United. Steve Bruce, 3 league titles in the 90s for Manchester United.
No, oh yeah, Steve Bruce, he's back at Old Trafford tonight. But he's the manager for the opposition team. He won 3 league titles with United.
To keep them above water with Fulham just behind them
Yeah.
on the table. Newcastle haven't played too badly here in the opening 15 minutes though.
To be fair, you never know what Newcastle on their day.
Might be in with Almiron, who's onside.
Next minute they're good. Next minute they're bad.
He would have gone up there. He certainly looked offside. The ball through. Manchester United.
Mr. Woods, how are you this evening, mate? Good win for you again today. Another sterling winner against Arsenal for the 2nd time this season. The league.
Had to be cut out by Kraft. There was a run made by
1-0. 1-0.
already we've seen the ball move.
Probably Man City are the 1-0 specialists. Well, not every game. Most of the games they be 1-0 specialists this season.
Newcastle though showing real intent to get in behind. Great run from Almiron.
Great run by Almiron.
But there's an energy about Newcastle. Hopefully, from their point of view and their fans, they're responding to the game last night. Dangerous on the counter, but just looked to be a little bit leggy after that game.
Just a little bit leggy.
Surprised, of course. Game taking place in Turin. Lots of European games moved.
Yeah, of course. A lot of games have moved in the Champions League and Europa League. Of course, they can't play in their own stadiums.
Straight to a Manchester United shirt in Daniel James. And now
Daniel James
is on halfway, and he's got Wan-Bissaka in acres of room on the right hand.
Acres of room by Wan-Bissaka.
Slows play down and lays
Slows play down.
in the centre circle.
Matic.
Fred
plays the ball forward.
And Newcastle
break away down the left hand side.
Plays it into
midfield.
Kieran
Clark.
Who
says
plays a long ball
everyone
forward,
is
He's not going to get anywhere near
grand.
a pass like that, really.
Thanks,
Aiming for
Francis.
Joel Linton, who's dropping off the front. Almiron, the furthest man forward. We were wondering how they might set up, of course, against Chelsea. Dwight Gale found himself in an unfamiliar position on the right-hand side at times. Maguire, long ball forward, cut out by Kraft, picked up on halfway by Shelby. He plays a crossfield ball looking for Saint-Maximin. Wan-Bissaka had to get in the way of that one, but Newcastle have it, and they're attacking down the left-hand side with
another win, Fran.
Dropping off the front.
Happy face. Good to see you're doing well on the fancy football this week.
There was a late run from Shelby, and it comes to nothing. But some bright moments here from the away side.
There is, and what they're trying to do very, very well is they know that they're hitting diagonals, and it might not get there, but they know that the second ball's the key ball. And Newcastle's midfield's playing extremely.
John, how are you this evening, mate? Are you well?
Daniel James on the right-hand side.
Come on, Daniel. Come on.
Momentarily spilled by Darlow, but there was nobody.
Momentarily spilled by Darlow.
Manchester United, as it stands, still 0-0 at home to Newcastle.
Still the same as the start of the match as always.
But there was a little opening there for Man United, though.
Little opening there from the home team.
Fullback is to be put in a 1v1 situation with Daniel.
1-on-1 situation.
That pace that he's got, that ability just to.
That ability.
Stood still, fizzes it across the area. It's not actually a bad ball, but Darlow was able to come for it.
Darlow's able to come for it.
No one else in the box.
Stephen,
Not
how do you feel that
not
Manchester United
too
have
bad,
handled Daniel
Francis.
James? Because
How are you?
He seems to be in games where he's not on the bench.
Very
at all,
tired.
He starts, and then he's not on the bench. How do you feel they've handled him?
It'll be frustrating for him because he'll feel like he can add so much to it. If I was playing against Manchester United and I saw Dan James on the bench, I'd be thinking 70 minutes into a game and I'm fatigued. Well, the last person I want to see come on is Daniel James. But I do think there's a huge step up from the Championship into this Manchester United squad. It does take time. I think he's adjusted very well, and I think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's handled him well.
Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's handled it very well.
But he's actually a year older than Marcus Rashford.
A year older than Marcus Rashford. To be fair, Rashford is a very good player, but he needs to add more goals into his game. United win it back into the penalty area by Rashford. Drops to Matic.
He's got options to his left.
He's got options to his left.
Bruno Fernandes.
Excuse me.
Maguire into Fred.
Maguire into Fred.
With a bit of time. Into Rashford.
Into Rashford.
Sized up the shot. Then played it short to Fred.
Fred.
Now looking for an option. Newcastle
looking for an option.
Everybody back at the moment except for
everybody back at the moment.
Now waiting for the counter, but Matic
waiting for the counter.
Into the Newcastle penalty area on the left. Drags the ball away from a Newcastle
drags the ball.
Tackle, which was Joel Willock trying to put his
Joel Willock on loan from Arsenal, course.
Plays the ball into Martial.
Plays the ball into Martial. Good record against Newcastle, Martial.
And that's been a problem for Martial. He's finding himself with his back to goal pretty often.
Yeah, he's had a very poor season, Mr. Martial. Very disappointing.
Martial had the defender pinned, and he just needed to
Martial had the defender pinned.
On his right foot. They've given him the opportunity. But it was nice
giving him opportunity.
Trying to wait for a gap to.
Trying to wait for a gap.
The midway point of the first half.
Midway point of the first half.
Newcastle United 0 on 5 Live.
On 5 Live.
A pretty, well, very watchable contest so far.
Very watchable contest so far.
Joel Linton, but Manchester United have a throw in.
The Red Devils have a throw in.
With Lindelof to his left.
Lindelof to his left.
Maguire, who likes to carry the ball from defence.
Maguire likes to carry the ball. To be fair, against West Brom the last game, he was moving up forward a lot. Last week, Maguire was.
He has the ball again. He plays it short to Shaw.
To Shaw.
Manchester United moving with the ball inside to Matic.
Inside to Matic.
The Serbian plays the ball out to the right hand side, and Daniel James with
Daniel James.
And Newcastle backpedaling here as James goes into the penalty.
James.
Shot. It's blocked in there by
Block.
Clark, and drops out to Sam Maximan.
Sam Maximan.
Back to goal, but does a lovely piece of score to get himself away from Fred. But the thing is, whenever you're on that right hand side, there's
whenever you're on the right hand side.
And that wasn't the case there.
And that wasn't the case there.
That's exactly the reason why Manchester United brought him so good in one-on-one situations defensively.
So good one-on-one situations as Wan-Bissaka. He loves his tackles, kind of like Roy Keane.
Shows blistering pace to get away from Lindelof.
Lindelof.
The Paraguayan, and then Manchester United get help from Fred, but
Manchester United get help by Fred.
Manchester United centre halves.
Yeah, he has indeed.
Manchester United centre halves.
Been really intelligent in this first half because
Simon, how are you? Simon and Adam, how are you this evening, lads? Are you as well?
Rashford. To the penalty area. Escapes a couple of challenges. Lays it to Bruno Fernandes.
Come on, Fernandes. Shoot!
Little clip ball over the top, looking for Rashford, but Darlow was onto that.
Ah!
A flash, but it does feel like in a split second anything can happen.
Newcastle keeper.
But unfortunately for Newcastle here, Joel Linton's gone down. He's stayed down. And
just one of the strikers gone down for Newcastle, who doesn't score that many goals.
The Brazilian can get some treatment here.
Mr. Linton.
The last thing that Steve Bruce will want, another
Steve Bruce wants.
Losing Callum Wilson, who's such a big loss.
Yeah.
The visitors.
I hope Newcastle don't go down this year, because it'd be 2 relegations in a row for Callum Wilson and for Ryan Fraser. Well, Ryan Fraser didn't stay with Bournemouth after the lockdown because he was let go.
But they make themselves known as to how they feel and what they're thinking about the club. But they have picked up. They are showing signs of improvement.
They have picked up Newcastle. There's signs of improvement.
I think they should be very happy with what their team are doing.
Well, you know, midweek, Manchester United.
I think Steve Bruce is a good manager.
As for that Rangers game,
for Newcastle.
Fantastic victory for them, 4-3.
Yeah, maybe he's not won. Maybe he's not won trophy. Not won trophy as a manager.
And at 7:30 tonight.
But he is a very good manager.
Just about, I say just about.
He got Birmingham City promoted to the Premier League
the Scottish Premiership
by the playoffs.
Updates from that game
Yeah.
When that game starts.
And he actually signed Christoph Dugarry.
Was getting some treatment. He's able
Yeah.
to continue, it seems, as Joe Willock has it on halfway.
Joe Willock has it for Newcastle.
0-0 on 5 Live at Old Trafford.
Hope he doesn't get the sack for Newcastle, because
Rashford picks it up.
I think he's doing a good job.
In patches Marcus Rashford on that left-hand side, probably Manchester United's brightest player in an attacking
Probably
sense.
Man United's brightest player.
With urgency from the England international.
Well, it's that left-hand side that's so dangerous because of
That left-hand side is so dangerous.
And it's so difficult to defend against. There's a
It's so difficult to defend against.
Likes to go inside. Then there's a strong overlap round the left-hand side, and you're thinking, which one do I go and try and deal with? Do I drop off? But then you let.
Do I drop off?
Hard to choose.
So Maximan has the ball on the left-hand side for Newcastle.
Maximan has the ball.
Ducks inside, looks for. There's a little clever reverse.
Clever reverse.
The overlapping Lewis, but it didn't find his mark. And
It didn't find his mark.
The new signing, I say new signing, the summer signing from Norwich, the young Northern Ireland international.
Oh, Jamal Lewis. Northern Ireland international. The same as that Leeds United player, Dallas.
Chopping and changing. There's quality within the squad. If you drop your standards, then
drop your standards
and take your position for a number
and
of
take
games.
your position.
You've just got to get your head down.
Do you know who wasn't very happy with one of his players yesterday? Hassan Hoodle. Wasn't happy with Callum Hudson-Odoi. That's why he took him off again. He brought him on, then he took him off again because he wasn't happy with his attitude. That's why. But he's the manager. You have to listen to the manager, unfortunately.
Then all of a sudden, when there's another 19,
you don't listen, you get taken off like,
get off! Instead of 17, you sort of almost look at them and say, well, no, come on, Mason, you should be achieving what they're doing.
Yeah, but what a player he has been so far, and the potential that he has.
I don't know who he's talking about.
Did you burst on the scene, Stephen?
No.
Stephen paused because it was an awkward question, but Almiron had
here goes my thing.
And you feel it's funny, whenever anybody has a shot at De Gea at the moment, you just don't know what's going to happen.
We just don't know what's going to happen. I think De Gea needs to leave United this summer and give Dean Henderson the chance next season. De Gea has made too many mistakes in the last 2 years.
When I first come out of the academy, I broke my leg 3 times, so I didn't make my
this is my United.
Sorry to bring up those memories.
The biggest club in the world. James.
Fine tackle from Lewis. He had to make it.
Fine tackle by Jamal Lewis.
The Welsh winger. And they have it still, Manchester United, just outside.
United still have it still. Fred.
Takes it, clips the ball out to the left-hand
clips the ball.
Luke Shaw.
Inside
to Matic. Matic time to get
Matic.
Cross it towards Martial.
Martial.
Just runs away from him. Good defending by Clark.
Good defender by the public guardsman. Kieran Clark. As Father Ted always says, Miss Clark, I was at her book signing.
Goal as well, and he has had a taste of goal. He actually scored his first senior goal against Newcastle in the 4-1 victory.
That was actually Wan-Bissaka.
That's technically correct.
In the 4-1 win.
You know what it's like with fullbacks, isn't it? When they get one, they fancy another, don't they?
Robert, how are you this evening? Are you well?
Again, no one expects Wan-Bissaka to go and take players on.
Take players on.
Maximan doesn't stay with him.
Maximan doesn't stay with him.
May as well throw my left foot towards it and see.
Normal left foot.
Luke Shaw. Impressed for Manchester United. I've heard some people say he might even be their player of the season so far in terms of.
They were saying Luke Shaw might be United's player of the season. He's done well this year.
Question in a second if you agree with that sort of statement as Manchester United.
I agree.
Come forward again. It's Maguire. Matic now.
Matic
to Lindelof.
Lindelof.
His head up, looking for options. Played as
looking for options.
Martial, who's looking to get involved in the game, but again with his back to goal.
Back to goal.
Back to Wan-Bissaka.
Wan-Bissaka.
United trying to move United around, but they're remaining well organised
are the Geordies.
BBC
5 Live as usual.
Gets away from Kraft with ease. Now Rashford.
Rashford.
The penalty area, options to cross it and maybe duck inside on his right to shoot, and he does just that, and he scores at the near post. Marcus Rashford with a flash of brilliance. Darlow caught out at his near post. Manchester United have the breakthrough on the half-hour mark. It's Manchester United 1, Newcastle United 0.
A moment of individual brilliance from Marcus Rashford. First he stands up Kraft, nutmegs him, goes round the other side. Kraft recovers, he gets him into the box though, then he knows he can't dive in. Kraft pushes him inside on his right foot. Steve Bruce is furious at Lascelles. Why didn't you get across his gesture in the touchline? He gets nowhere near it, crashes it into the near post. 1-0 Manchester United.
Yeah, Emil Kraft beaten there very, very easily. Not once, but twice, because Rashford then ducked inside again. And what about Darlow on the goal? Do you think he could have done better?
I'm not so sure. It's actually Hayden who doesn't come across. He doesn't help out Kraft. He should be closer. Any goalkeeper getting beat by the near post should do better, though. Having seen the replay in front of us, he should do better. He should save it.
Yeah, disappointing moment for Karl Darlow, but an exceptional moment from Marcus Rashford. A reminder of why he will probably be one of the first names.
1-0 to the Red Devils.
That's for sure, despite the huge competition that he has in that particular area. That's his
Rashford
goal in the Premier League this season, his 18th in all competitions.
Dan Byrne, how are you this evening? Are you well?
In terms of, you know, he's had recently not scored enough
enough goals.
Manchester United's main man up front.
Manchester United's main man up front.
He doesn't make mine. If I was picking a team, he wouldn't make it.
Who have you got?
I've gone for a 3, which would be who did I go for now? Grealish.
Greenish.
Do
And I had.
you want to give you a
Yeah, give me a minute.
Come back.
I just didn't have a minute.
We'll just let this game go on.
We just let this game go on.
We have a moment already as far as goal scoring is concerned. Manchester United leading Newcastle United by a goal to 0.
1-0 to the Red Devils.
Would have been greeted with cheers from
Against the Geordies.
They're just 3 points behind Newcastle.
Yeah, this will be a bad loss for the Geordies tonight. To be fair, their record at Old Trafford has not been good. George says, come on, Newcastle.
Have a free kick just inside the Manchester United half.
I'm ready when you are now.
Want to go through your England team?
Yeah.
Well, we'll wait for this
Wet.
free kick to
I'm just
happen.
letting you know. I'm
Absolutely. I love any chat about England lineups because it feels like it changes every month. That's how competitive it is. But Shelby has a free kick just inside the Manchester United half. John Joe Shelby plays it towards sort of back post area. The header was one at the back post.
Header was one at the back post.
Either way, it comes to nothing and picked up by David De Gea, who's had some awkward moments in the first half an hour, but hasn't conceded so far. Dean Henderson starting against Real Sociedad. And of course, I think it's credit to Dean Henderson as well that there is a debate in that regard. But Manchester United coming forward and halfway with Luke Shaw.
United coming forward and halfway.
Inside to Martial.
Once
again, desperate to get involved in the game. Rashford now.
Central
area for Manchester United as Fred rolls the ball back to Lindelof.
Fred rolls the ball forward to Lindelof.
Maguire.
Fernandes.
Shaw. Pass inside.
Passed inside.
Plays it to Fernandes, who whips the ball into the penalty.
Whips the ball.
Clark there to intercept it, and
Clark intercepted.
On the edge of his own box. He got away with that. It was easily wrong as he tried to hold off. On down the left-hand side with that energy of his. Looking to pick someone out.
Almiron.
Fielded and Wan-Bissaka in the way.
Who got 2 goals in the last match, I think. Was it? I don't know whether. No.
He's got on the ball and being influenced in this game.
2 matches ago.
Lewis has it for Newcastle.
They scored 2 goals against Southampton.
Had a decent amount of the ball in the opening 33 minutes.
Opening 33 minutes.
But nothing to show for it so far. They'll be very frustrated as well. Goal scored by Marcus Rashford. But Kraft down the right-hand side. He's got loads of time.
Oh, that's his name, Kraft.
Pick out a Newcastle shirt. No, he can't.
Can he find a Newcastle? No, he can't.
For Manchester United in this game, I think he's spotting a lot of the danger. Put behind for a corner.
It's one of his biggest skills.
Darren Hayes, how are you? Keeper, welcome to the live stream for the first time, mate. Are you well this evening?
Realising that the run from Kraft, the pullbacks.
One from Kraft.
Always looking to scan round the box, what's going on. Good play from Fred.
Kev Bain, are you well this evening, pal?
On with Shelby is the short option, and you fancy he'll use him here because Manchester United aren't really interested in stopping or cutting off that option. And he does play
stopping or cutting, something like that.
Digs out across to the back post. It's
back post.
The edge by Martial, dropped to Saint-Maximin. Will have a
Maximin.
shot. Goal, what is a fine save by De Gea to turn it.
Great chance for Newcastle.
Newcastle corner. Strike from the edge of the area.
Corner to the Geordies.
Well, they don't get close to him. Manchester United, it's Wan-Bissaka. He just
Wan-Bissaka, oh no.
On that right foot.
Keeps that right foot.
Thankfully for David De Gea,
swap it over.
His throat. Either side, he's in big trouble.
It is hot.
Newcastle play the corner short.
Newcastle played their corner short.
The ball into the back post. Header from Maguire, not the best. And in from Saint-Maximin. The ball dropped to the Frenchman. And the man who's returned from injury makes an impact to equalise for the visitors. And we really do have a game on here in the first half at Old Trafford. It's Manchester United 1, Newcastle United 1.
Well, Saint-Maximin does a dance, and rightly so. He's on the far side of the pitch. And as this ball gets worked again, in from a short corner, they look to the back post. It's a poor header from Harry Maguire. He doesn't know what's around him. He tries to just...
Damn, Maguire.
Away. It falls into the...
He is awful.
Martial switches off, and he fires it into the roof of the net. A great finish from Saint-Maximin. What a game.
Damn, Maximin.
Not a lot that De Gea could do about that. The defending from Maguire, not the best hitter in the world, but Saint-Maximin's finish, the way it dropped to him, he took it very well. I mean, De Gea got a touch to that, but that was a fine finish, and one I'm sure you'll want to watch a match of the day too tonight on BBC One as Manchester United break.
Manchester United break.
Looking for an immediate response, and we're seeing the reactions from the two managers. Steve Bruce certainly enjoyed that. Solskjaer couldn't look, turned away, put his head into his collar, but Newcastle United deserve to be level, don't they? Really?
I think they do. Manchester United went ahead through a brilliant individual goal, but Newcastle have worked their way into the game. They've been extremely good start, but they weren't
1-1
by going a goal behind. They still continue to attack as there's a shoving match on the far side.
Yeah, it's really just a flashpoint here.
Really, just a flashpoint here.
There's a group of players now involved in it. I just think it just needs to be calmed down here.
Needs to be calmed down here.
And the pushing still goes on. Almiron pushing Fred.
Almiron pushing Fred.
Furrowed brow. And at the moment, it's not stopped just yet. Now it finally calms down.
It finally calms down.
The yellow card for Isaac Hayden. And he won't be the only one to get a yellow card, you would fancy. Or is he only going to be the only one? How do you talk your way through that one, Stephen?
How do you talk your through the way out of that one?
Bruno Fernandes as well, because they've both done the same action. They've both shot each other.
Both done the same action.
Strange decisions for it just to be one.
Strange decision.
Yeah, that is the case. A yellow card for Isaac Hayden. No
yellow, first yellow card.
He has been booked as well, so a yellow card apiece. And the Portuguese international in the book, as is the ex-Arsenal midfielder Isaac Hayden. And there are going to be elements of frustration from both sides at different points in this game. Manchester United will be disappointed with their defending, actually, for that goal.
Well, they will, 100%, because of the position that Harry Maguire found himself in. Very difficult header. Perhaps would have been better putting it out for another corner and then dealing with the situation.
Newcastle playing with confidence here, driving forward with Willock. He's into the penalty area, clips it looking for Joel Linton, just escapes him. I don't think Joel Linton was alert enough there to what was going on, as Manchester United easily clear, and there's a foul on the edge of the area for Manchester United and a free kick. And Joel Linton making sure that Maguire can't take it quickly. And
Maguire got me the assist.
Bit of a cheap yellow card for Joel Linton to pick up there and get himself into the book, but I think they feel they've got Manchester United ruffled here, and it's worth
still waiting.
They have. The frustrated Manchester United. They're finding it difficult to
think
get from the back.
It's the Portuguese guy.
Fouls, tactical fouls
just
waiting
to pronounce.
Manchester United can't counter-attack on them. I'm not so sure Joe Linton needed to pick himself up a yellow card. Thought it was quite pointless.
Ross County v Celtic is underway, so we'll get reports when something big happens in that game. It's 0-0 at the moment. They played
very slow.
10 minutes there. And here at Old Trafford, it's Manchester United 1, Newcastle United 1. And there are about 5.5 minutes to go, plus added time in the first half on 5 Live. Rashford plays a good ball forward to Martial.
Martial.
To wriggle away first half. Ball drops to the edge of the area. Fred on his left foot.
Fred.
And it's held by Darlow. And there are
held by Darlow.
Jests from Manchester United players about Fred's shooting ability. He hasn't scored a long-range goal for a while.
Fred's shooting ability.
There with his left foot.
Yeah, really good strike from Fred again. They back off him because they perhaps don't expect him to take the shot on. They expect him to make a pass. It's Shelby who's the nearest man, but good strike from Fred, but just down the throat of Karl Darlow.
Now, the highlights reel of Fred when he was signed from Shakhtar Donetsk showed a few very good long-range goals in the Europa League, and I think fans then start thinking he's going to be putting them in from 30, 40 yards, but no goals this season for the Brazilian, and that's not his job in the side, really. As Shaw plays the ball into midfield, went break to Fernandes, and Saint-Maximin wanted a free kick. He's not going to get it.
He's not going to get it.
But as Manchester United break forward down the right-hand side with Wan-Bissaka, Bruno Fernandes to Daniel James to run at his man and get to the byline and get a cross in. It was well defended. It will be a corner for the home side. 4.5 minutes left, plus added time. 1-1 at Old Trafford.
Yeah, well done Isaac Hayden, because he realised Saint-Maximin was down. He needed to fill in on that right-hand side and was quite happy to go in a foot race with Daniel James, which many people don't quite like that challenge, but he stood up to the task.
Manchester United.
2 yellow cards for Newcastle, 1 for the Red Devils.
To the right-hand side at the Stretford end. To whip this one in left-footed, and he does just that.
Maguire got me.
Around the 6-yard box, and Maguire attacks it.
Come on, Maguire.
But not quite. Willock got a foot in and will break away, and Steve Bruce tells him to play the ball. He pointed where he wanted the pass.
Pointed where he wanted the pass.
Willock didn't pull it off. It was the long crossfield ball. A break for Saint-Maximin.
We need Fernandes to get a goal and assist because he's being booked.
Opportunity for Newcastle. Very difficult ball for Joe Willock to try and execute.
For Joe Willock.
Fred put him under enough pressure to put him off.
Very animated Steve Bruce in his first.
I think Bruno Fernandes is the best player, best midfielder in the world.
Just outside of it, winning his side on, urging them on as they got themselves back into this game. Manchester United down the left-hand side.
Come on, United.
Luke Shaw back inside to Matic. Matic faced up with Almiron, gets it wide to the lively Rashford.
Matic
inside. And then gets it back from Matic. Rashford again.
Rashford again.
Into the penalty area, headed away by Lascelles. Drops to Lindelof. Now Maguire. 21 players bar De Gea in the Newcastle half. As Matic
in the Newcastle half.
The challenge of Joelinton rather easily. Tucks the ball forward, but it's cut out by Lascelles again.
Cut out by Lascelles.
Centre halves have played very United half, but then it ends up being a throw-in.
Ends up being a throw-in.
He just sees everything, and he realised the danger straight away as Almiron
being the danger.
He runs at the ball. He also realises that Almiron Lindelof and Maguire already in this first half. Got an instant here. Joelinton's gone down again.
Yeah.
For a second time in this first half as
what a tackle.
What a tackle.
Rashford and Newcastle going, and Almiron trying to play a ball through the middle, looking for the runner Saint-Maximin to cash them out. Joelinton's got back to his feet. It's a little bit of a hobble, not
Joelinton's back to his feet.
And you fancy they want to just get into half-time if they can. And Manchester United have the ball in the Newcastle half. Wan-Bissaka.
Give it to Fernandes.
Cross instead, plays it wide to Daniel James. James to run at Lewis. And James goes on, but Lewis tight to him, and James can't find the room for a cross. Checks back to Fred. Fred inside.
Checks back to Fred.
Matic now. Starting up a shot, disguised it as a pass.
Skies as a pass.
Goal kick, and it's 1-1 still.
And it's 1-1.
Joelinton as he goes down again. He seems to have a problem with his back. He's not too happy at all. He's trying to get the medics on the pitch.
Not too happy at all.
Yeah, medic does come onto the pitch now. Physio. You wonder, we're so close to half-time, but he's not in a good way. He's down on his haunches, the Brazilian. And he looks a little upset, actually. He might be reduced to tears here, Steve. I'm just trying to confirm that. He's not
he might be reduced to tears.
Just can sometimes tell by body language whether a player knows he's able to continue.
Kev, Kerry, Cyril. How are you this evening, mate? Are you well?
And he's having a problem with that, and it can be very painful.
It can be very painful.
He's got an issue with that, but he's on his feet a little bit, but he doesn't seem to be too happy with the
he doesn't seem to be too happy.
Prognosis from the physio.
We're about to find out how much time we're going to get added on at the end of this first half. You'd fancy at least a couple of minutes. We've had a few stoppages with
Eddie Mitchell 85. How are you this evening, mate? Are you well?
Goal. We're seeing a replay of it again. Explosive play, really.
Explosive play.
No problem. And then when he stood craft up again, caught Darlow out.
Caught Darlow out.
Then shortly after that, Saint-Maximin with a finish for Newcastle, and it is 1-1 at Old Trafford following...
It is 1-1 at Old Trafford.
Our third live commentary on BBC Radio 5 Live.
Our third live commentary at BBC 5 Live.
Arsenal lost at home to Manchester City.
To Manchester City.
Brighton against Crystal Palace.
Man City only beat Arsenal twice in the league, 1-0. And Sterling got the winner twice.
Yeah, they get fed up with you calling that, don't they? They don't like it.
That's why I didn't say what motorway was.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't say what motorway.
That's my guess.
That's my guess.
2 minutes of time added on at the end of the first half. Maguire goes long, puts the ball straight out of play, really, and there have been those sort of moments for Manchester United in the first half. I just wonder if he put that ball out of play, so I could mention the return of That Peter Crouch podcast, which you can download on BBC Sounds, as the guys are back for a new series with episodes released every Wednesday. I think you said you enjoy that podcast, don't you?
Yeah, I like it. Really good fun. Crouchy's a great guy. So shared the changing room with him at both England and Liverpool, and
Add on.
some of the stories, the fun that you get out of him. Superb listening.
Alongside Chris Stark and Tom Fordyce for that one.
Added.
Manchester United, we're into added time here. 2 minutes of added time. It's 1-1 between Manchester United and Newcastle United. And the two Uniteds with a very watchable display here, and hopefully a very
Hopefully.
display. Because it has been end-to-end at times. As
It has been end-to-end at times.
Fred, who carries the ball up to
Fred carries the ball.
Right, with Daniel James, who again,
Daniel James.
with Jamal Lewis, and James again,
For Jamal Lewis.
room for a cross. Lewis has got his
Lewis.
back at the moment, but it only needs one chance for that.
It
to
only
change.
needs one chance.
As Matic has it, and back kills the pull.
Matic has it.
Fred in there. But Newcastle
Fred in there.
defended pretty well at times in this first
Pretty
half.
well in there at
Ball
times.
out to the left-hand side, and Shaw.
Shaw.
Rashford in support, and now Rashford has it.
Rashford has it.
To tease Kraft, but the flag is up for offside.
Flag
We see
is
that
up.
quite often when players are just maybe just blind to where the line is there to keep themselves onside.
Keep themselves onside.
Earlier from Luke Shaw, and it wasn't quite on. So he
It
tried
wasn't
to
quite on.
Get himself back onside, and as he's trying to do that,
Get
Luke
yourselves
Shaw
back
plays the
onside.
pass. But it's been a good half of football. It's
It's
highly
been a good half of
entertaining. You look
football.
at the way Newcastle have gone about the game. It's what we wanted before
It's
the
what
game.
we wanted.
You just cannot take your eye off Manchester United. You can't lack that concentration.
You can't lack that concentration.
Marcus Rashford, able to change a game in an instant.
Able to change the game.
There's the half-time whistle blown by Paul Tierney, an entertaining first half at Old Trafford. As it stands, these sides are settling for a point, but I expect we'll see a few more goals the way this first half has gone. But at half-time, it's Manchester United 1, Newcastle 1, and you have to say, Stephen, that was a very...
Back in a minute, got to make me half-time tea as usual.
Good quality. I think the defensive side of the game, they tried to press the quality players on the pitch. Saint-Maximin, Rashford, Martial, they've tried to get tight. But as we saw with Rashford's goal, that moment of brilliance and getting in behind. And then Saint-Maximin, the ball falls to him at a fortunate place in the box, and defenders switch off and... or forward, actually, it's Martial, and he takes advantage of it. But a highly entertaining game of football.
Yeah, 1-1 at Old Trafford, but I don't think it will be the end of the goals based on that first half display.
Well, I'm a bit jealous. You watching all those goals there, gents. Marcus Rashford, his 18th goal of the season in all competitions. A real brilliant moment for him. But is it kind of like Man United's only really creative chance in the first half, do you reckon?
Yeah, and that's the big thing with Manchester United, is that Newcastle have nullified Bruno Fernandes extremely well. You know the threat is coming down the left-hand side from both Shaw and Rashford in the way that they play. And Rashford, that moment of brilliance, but that's what can change games. That you often think, well, how do you get yourself out of the way that you're playing? You rely on your big players, and you want them to step up. And it's a brilliant goal from Rashford. Perhaps poor goalkeeping from Darlow, who'll be disappointed.
And for Saint-Maximin, that's amazing for him. First Newcastle goal since the 3rd of October. He had quite a long spell out with long COVID, Seb, so that must be a brilliant confidence boosting one for him.
He's such an important player for this Newcastle side. They need that thrust, that attacking skill and ability. They really missed him when he wasn't here. They were accusations that they were a rather functional side, and then they started losing games. To lose Callum Wilson and then to get Saint-Maximin back, the timing has been crucial.
Okay, we'll be back with you guys for the second half. Ross County against Celtic. We're going to go for an update there. Let's get the latest from that Scottish Premiership game. Roddy Forsyth is watching for us.
Yeah, 19 minutes gone. It's still scoreless at Victoria Park and Dingwall away up in the Highlands. And remember, there's a gap between Celtic and Rangers of 18 points. Rangers need 10 points to nail that first title in 10 years. Celtic obviously want to postpone that as long as possible. They had a setback when Greg Taylor pulled up with a muscle injury and had to be replaced by Diego Laxalt. At the moment, given Celtic pressure, it looks only a matter of time before they will score. But as matters stand, it's Ross County 0, Celtic 0. We're about to hit the 20-minute mark.
Thanks a lot, Roddy. Like you just said, Rangers only need 10 more points to win the Scottish Premiership after beating Dundee United 4-1 this afternoon. OK, we'll be back at Old Trafford for the second half of Manchester United against Newcastle, but let's get the news first with Stuart Clarkson.
Listen on BBC Sounds. This is BBC Radio 5 Live.
Thank you. Good evening. Ministers are working on a plan for bringing England out of lockdown stage by stage, to be announced by Boris Johnson in the House of Commons tomorrow afternoon. The Prime Minister hopes that the speed of the vaccination programme will allow measures to be gradually eased. More than 17.5 million people in the UK have now received a COVID vaccination. That's 1 in 3 adults. The government's hoping to have offered at least one jab to every adult in the UK by the end of July now. Dr. Zubaida Haque, who's a member of the independent SAGE group of scientists, is warning against moving too quickly.
We've still got the rest of the population, some 2/3 of the population to vaccinate, and we haven't even really talked about children being vaccinated, because that's also quite important. You know, if we don't vaccinate children, then we're still going to have higher rates of coronavirus circulating, and that still might bring back more mutant cases, more mutant viruses.
New figures show that another 215 people have died within 28 days of testing positive for coronavirus. 9,834 new cases were recorded in the latest 24-hour period. Lorry drivers heading to France will no longer need to show proof of a negative COVID test if they've been in the UK for under 48 hours. The change will
shut that down.
from
Just check. My play this song. If I can find it. Lay time. Missed. No medal for there, Miss Buckley. Cheapskate. Attack. What's that for? Bland 99. How are you this evening? Clunk. Fly with an engine. See. Pow, pow, pow. Hero. It's the pigeon. Your turn. Hero silly. Go get him. But I don't want to be a hero. Silly. You know it. Now there's no one to control it. Yikes. Take cover. Clay. Something. Quick. Hello? Oh, yes, General.
We're still trying to stop the pigeon.
We're still trying to stop the pigeon.
Still
No planes.
What are you standing there for, Clunk?
Why are you standing there,
Something.
Clunk? Build something.
As Yankee Doodle Pigeon starts on his last mission of the day.
Last mission of the day.
Takes to the air in Clunk's secret weapon.
Clunk's secret weapon.
Dump truck.
Flying dump truck.
It has got to be the dumbest contraption.
Dumbest contraction.
Yes. Honest, Chief.
Honest, Chief.
He said you'll get the ride.
Ride of your life. Buckley.
Idea.
Hide here. Meaty, mighty, Mo. Lee. Me. Gimme.
Discuss the medal situation
Later.
Get after that pigeon.
Get after that pigeon.
Get ready, men.
Get ready, man.
Get him, Clunk.
Get him, Clunk. Right. Missed.
Missed. Here he comes.
Get him, silly. Did I get him?
Did I get him?
You missed.
You
Dummy
dummy head.
head. Get him myself. I guess I missed too.
Hello?
Hello?
What's that, General?
What's that, General?
Say that the new planes
New planes have arrived?
Airfield.
Airfield? Thank you, General. Thank you. We still have one plane left. Drat. Double drat. Gimme.
Does that mean you want a
Medal.
for getting us down?
Safe.
Well, I'm taking this one
Good
back
for wrecking our new planes. Well, cheapskate. As Yankee Doodle Pigeon, open water, top secret messages. Vulture Squadron, we're elusive worry.
Sharp lookout, men. We'll attack him.
We attack him.
What?
What?
We're looking in the wrong place.
We're looking at the wrong place.
Transferring the squadron to sea duty.
Same duty.
You've got to be kidding, sir.
You got to be kidding, sir.
He's not kidding.
He's not kidding.
That sneaky pigeon's been carrying messages.
That sneaky pigeon has been carrying messages.
Going to sea.
We're going to see.
I'm more afraid of wet water than
I'm water afraid of what water?
I'm going back.
I'm going back. Buckley, fetch.
Oh my.
Oh my. Oh dear. Scary cat silly. There he is.
Grab him, Clunk.
Grab him, Clunk.
Right, Chief.
Right, Chief?
Watch it, Clunk.
Watch a Clunk. Oh no. Tear off, you clumsy numbskulls.
Ship.
Ship.
You can't make me walk the plank.
You can't make me walk the plank.
Got orders to be aboard this ship. I give the orders around here.
I give the orders around here. Thanks, man. We're fantastically.
Oh yes, General.
Oh yes, General.
I'm aboard the ship.
On board the ship. Almost. Well, of course.
If you'll just tell the
Skipper.
Scow.
Scow.
It's
For you. Captain Bligh.
Do I have to let these goody birds operate?
Goody birds.
General.
With my ship, General.
I have to.
I have to.
Okay, now, Clunk.
Okay, now, Clunk.
Explain this invention to
There. Now it's off.
us. Right, Chief.
Right, Chief.
Well, I think... In honor of the Navy.
I don't know the Navy. Okay.
You have to
Demonstrate. Operation.
Show me. And what am I supposed to do?
And what am I supposed to do?
Play like this is a pigeon, Chief.
Pigeon, is it Pigeon, Chief?
What? When Clunk makes the demonstration.
When Clunk makes the demonstration.
Oh. Ready, Muttley?
Ready, Muckley? If this dumb invention works, it's the pigeon. Play ball. Batter up.
What's the matter, Muttley?
What's the matter, Muckley?
Got a hole in your back?
Got a hole in your back? Brush it. Wash it, clown. Dear off. Mustard Clee. That's an order. Muckley. Drat. Double drat. Out. I'm not going to rake you out of my lifeboat, out of my ship.
Well, you wait until headquarters here.
You wait to hear headquarters about this, General.
No.
No,
We haven't stopped the pigeon.
we haven't stopped the pigeon yet,
We will.
but we will.
Just tell this stubborn skipper of this scow.
Durbian skipper of the scow.
That'll be the day when I take orders from a...
That'll take the door that I take orders.
Oh, no, sir.
Oh no, sir.
You, General.
I mean you, General.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You win, Mustard.
You win, Mustard Clee.
Here's your phone.
Here's your phone.
If there's one thing I hate,
Hate,
it's a
sore loser.
We're gaining on him now, man.
We're gaining on him now, man.
Get him, Muttley.
Get him, Muckley. I knew it.
Those goofy birds would goof again.
I knew these goofy birds would goof again.
Come here.
Come here.
Give me.
Give- All right.
Since you had me over a battle,
Since you have me over a battle, here's a medal.
a blackmailer.
A blackmailer.
Squadron.
Right over my squadron. Drat. Double drat.
Our landing strip is going down as fast as we are.
Our landing strip is going down as land as we are.
Whose side
Side are you on, Mustard Clee?
Now.
Don't lose your temper.
It was only a ship.
It was only a
Clear
ship.
your timbers from stem to stern, you.
Start to staring you. Help.
I'll call the general.
I call the general. Muckley, do something. Oh, better turn this off. Back to the second half, Ben.
Nice header again. Wasn't the best header actually. It almost dropped through to, I think, Clark at the back post.
That's a ball from Jojo Shelby. Really whipped.
Kev, how are you this evening?
Posting you.
Paul Ryan, how are you?
decides again to flip.
MD 29891. How are you this evening?
All across from the left-hand side to Kraft, who could...
Garrett, how are you this evening, mate? Are you well?
Giving it away, Manchester United look to counter, but those
Come on, United.
From Almiron, who's giving everything today, as he often does.
Almiron's giving it everything, as he always does.
He has it in midfield and takes a touch and then...
Takes a touch.
Takes a shot. I say spanks it because it didn't really make clean contact with it. Tor didn't have a lot of control, and it goes behind for a goal kick, which give me a chance.
Goes behind for a goal kick.
Manchester United, David De Gea in goal.
David De Gea in goal.
From the victory over Real Sociedad, back four of
Victory over Real Sociedad.
Maguire and Shaw, Matic and Fred in the centre of midfield. James on the right.
James on the right.
On the left, Martial through the middle, and Bruno Fernandes, the playmaker, in behind. Newcastle, Darlow in goal. Kraft at
Newcastle,
right.
Darlow in goal.
Clark in the centre of defence. Jamal
In the
Lewis
centre
on
of
the left.
defence.
Hayden, Shelby and Willock in the middle.
Shelby and Willock.
On the right, Maximin on the left, and Joel Linton up front.
Joel Linton up front.
Newcastle come forward again.
Newcastle come forward.
From Lindelof. I say Joel Linton up front, but he's been sort of dropping off the front. So
He's been dropping off the front, has Linton.
And he does very well, gets away from James. And there's Wan-Bissaka, of course.
Wan-Bissaka, of course.
And wins it, but he has looked lively, Sam Maximin.
He has looked lively.
They just stand up him ever so slightly. He loses Daniel James in the box, and Wan-Bissaka doesn't take his eye off the ball, stays calm in the situation. Takes a lot to beat Wan-Bissaka in a 1v1 situation.
If I was to compare
1v1.
if you've ever seen Johan Cruyff's turn in the '74 World Cup, and the expression on the Swedish defender is a bit like that from Daniel James. He was nowhere near him.
He wasn't. Sold straight away by the
sold straight away.
Don't worry, I wasn't commentating the 1974 World Cup.
I wasn't commentating the 1974 World Cup.
Do you know what I'm disappointed at, Seb? Do you know when you name the Newcastle team?
You named the Newcastle team?
Yellows. This is the team.
This is the team.
You missed that in the first half.
You missed out the first half.
Announcement passed by producer Gary.
Passed by producer.
Newcastle are wearing fizzy yellow with key coat trims.
Newcastle wearing fizzy leather with key coat trims.
As their kit.
As their kit.
By the way, it's a standout strip.
That's a standout strip.
Free kick in the Manchester United half, taken short by Almiron, and then Shelby plays it into the
Shelby.
area. Not the best header in the box.
Not the best header in the box.
He's got a shot on here, and it's well held actually by De Gea in the end.
Good chance for Newcastle.
Header by Manchester United.
Well held by De Gea.
Maxman seems ready and waiting for those.
He does, and he was
He does.
The ball dropping on the edge of the box, and like you say, Seb, very,
Rightly say, Seb.
David De Gea.
Manchester United have the ball on the left-hand side. We're going to go to Ross County against Celtic very shortly. In fact, we can go there now. Our reporter...
Very shortly.
...who's across this game.
Yes, we're 8 minutes away from half-time, but Celtic are still scoreless at the moment against Ross County, who've had the best...
Oh, I didn't know Celtic were playing tonight. Nah, I don't watch Scottish football.
Possession for Celtic.
Not my thing.
The consequence of that is that the Ross County penalty area is cutting up so badly, almost every attempt at goal or out of it.
Every attempt on goal.
Still scoreless Ross County against Celtic.
As it stands with the score goalless and Rangers 4-1 win today, well, Celtic would be on 65 points and Rangers on 82 from 30 matches. Things going very well for Steven Gerrard's men. So their dramatic win in Europe as well. Manchester United had a far more straightforward victory against Real Sociedad, but there's nothing straightforward against their...
Nothing straightforward tonight against Newcastle.
Newcastle United this evening on this Sunday night in the Premier League. As they try and build from the back, and Newcastle haven't made it easy for Manchester United to do so. We
can't seem to beat the smaller teams this season.
The start of this second half.
That's our weakness.
He plays the ball forward, cut out by Kraft. Helped on by Almiron.
By the right back, Kraft.
Maximin, lovely touch to keep the ball away from Wan-Bissaka, and now he can turn and run.
Could turn and run.
Back, but it only finds Matic, and Epson, Matic and Fred waiting for those pullbacks.
Pull packs.
Good covering from the two centre midfielders, realising that.
Covered by the two midfielders.
The ball fizzing across the 6-yard box. It's up to them then to see the runs.
It's up to them.
They deal with that well.
They deal with that well.
So Manchester United trying to bring the ball out again. And
trying to bring the ball out again.
It's a point to mention, he hasn't had too many touches in this
Too many touches.
Effective touches in this match. We've just seen
effective touches in this match.
Not particularly happy.
Juan Mata
was making a shift on the bench as Newcastle bring the ball forward out of defence with Jamal.
Yeah, he should start one. He should have started Juan Mata tonight. Solskjaer.
Joe Willock has it now, and
damn Joe Willock.
Inside to his left, and Almiron, who fancied a shot, then laid it off to Sam Maximan.
Maximan
wriggled back onto his right, and the Manchester United defence read that one. Sam Maximan certainly source here in attack for Newcastle, an effective one. He wants a free kick on the edge of the penalty area. Referee Paul Tierney not interested.
Referee Paul Tierney not interested.
Which is what they, of course, love to do. And Rashford into the Newcastle United.
Rashford has the ball.
The visitors getting bodies back.
Visitors getting bodies back.
In that position, they've looked hard to break down as Wan-Bissaka has
Wan-Bissaka
the right hand side. He's got time to cross it here. He dummies to put the ball in, checks back onto his left. Then there's a miscommunication between James and Bruno Fernandes,
between James and Bruno Fernandes.
Ball out on the left with Martial.
Martial.
Area at the moment for Manchester United. Newcastle have 4 players in the
Newcastle have 4 players.
Matic working the ball in and around that Newcastle box without really hurting them.
That really hurted them.
Everybody back deep in their half. They don't
everybody back.
At the moment, as Fred has it.
As Fred has it.
He plays the ball out to the left. And
out to the left.
Shaw. Cleared away from the penalty.
Cleared away.
Lascelles very comfortable for this Newcastle.
Very comfortable for this Newcastle.
Conversation earlier this season about leaving a man up when you're defending from corners and everything else. Newcastle at the moment, no central striker, no recognised striker in there.
No recognised striker.
What they've done really well is they've worked out when to press when they can.
They worked out when to press.
This hasn't been a defensive play from Newcastle at all, but there are times you have to.
But there are times.
The opposition and the phase of the game and say.
By the phase of the game.
And then when the right time is to go and press,
then when the right time goes in and press.
Away from Manchester United under no pressure at all.
Under no pressure at all.
They're hosts at the moment, Newcastle.
They're hosts at the moment, Newcastle.
To Rashford, maybe something.
To Rashford.
Manchester United gets away from Kraft again with a piece of skill.
Gets away from Kraft.
Again, and then probably did a bit too much in the end. Wanted to.
He always does too much, Rashford.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Always.
He beats him, and then you think, get the cross in, stand it up with your left foot.
He always does too much of the ball.
Him again for no reason at all because the cross was on.
The cross was on.
Rashford.
But he is at the moment, you feel, the only man who's going to unlock this Newcastle defence because Bruno Fernandes not got into the game enough. Daniel James when he's had.
Yeah, I'm surprised that Bruno Fernandes hasn't gotten into the game tonight.
Every time he's had a touch, back to goal, Stephen.
Back to goal.
That's been the problem. We haven't really heard Martial's name. We haven't heard Bruno Fernandes being mentioned much. They both struggled to get in the game.
That's bad.
And you can see what Newcastle are trying to do. When Fernandes is
on Newcastle.
The pitch, they're trying to keep the ball and the players completely on the opposite side and make sure that every press is keeping it down that side.
Is keeping it down that side.
Well, a change here for Newcastle. Ryan Fraser coming on for Joel Linton, who we saw him go down twice with an injury in the first half, and I think he's just caught up with him here, Stephen.
Yeah, he's making the bench realise exactly why he's going off. He's holding his back. He's making it known why he's leaving the pitch. But opportunity now for Ryan Fraser, another difficult player to play against. Really direct, low centre of gravity, and it's a different proposition for Luke Young now. For Luke Shaw.
Neil Young? No.
No, I was a couple of them, wasn't there? Luke Young plays with them at Aston Villa. I don't know how he's going.
Well, I'm not going to get you onto your right backs or full backs for England. It was enough, asking you about forward players.
Well, Luke Shaw gets in.
Starts?
Yeah.
He's got the ball on the left-hand side for Manchester United. Can he get a cross in? There are 3 waiting for the cross. But he checks back to Maguire. Maguire into the Newcastle half, plays the ball wide to Rashford. Inside to Matic. Matic now steps away from the challenge.
Matic now.
Fernandes runs to Daniel James.
Come on.
Chance taken. Daniel James puts Manchester United back in front. A big goal for the Welshman. His 3rd in the Premier League this season. And the home side have the lead again. It's Manchester United 2, Newcastle United 1.
Well, the moment of brilliance comes from someone who you don't expect it to come from. It comes from Nemanja Matic. He gets the ball out on the left-hand side. Everyone expects him to play a simple ball out to Marcus Rashford on the left-hand side. He chops away from two players, cuts inside. Then he delivers a ball in towards Bruno Fernandes. It just gets away from Fernandes, but it sucks in Lewis just enough to go tight to him. And then Dan James is at the back post. First touch is perfect, sets it out of his feet and just drills it past Darlow. Good finish from Dan James.
Yeah, big moment for the Welshman there. He's given a start. He always keen to make an impact, and he certainly made an impact here to put Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's side back in front in this game. And Newcastle United all of a sudden now behind again, and once again a look at the table suggests that Fulham are on their shoulder. The 3 points back to 3 points again. And Jamal Lewis, I suppose he was almost done. There's a little touch there from Fernandes. That's going to be a Bruno Fernandes assist.
Just about to ask you the same thing. I thought, is it? No, surely not.
All the fantasy football fans out there will be rejoicing, because I'm sure a lot of teams have got him in their sides. That's always the way it existed. It was the faintest of touches. It was probably enough to put Jamal Lewis off and why the ball ran across to James.
He absolutely was. I mean, if Jamal Lewis doesn't go tight to Fernandes, he's probably calm in the situation, but he feels that pressure from
2-1 to the Red Devils.
Gets the slightest of touches on it, which takes
Slight of
into the
touches.
path of Daniel James.
Well, when he has played,
Don't know who got the assist. They could change it.
Pretty effective in terms of finding the net. Daniel James. That's his 5th goal of the season in just 13 appearances.
Only 13 appearances.
You know, there's talk about them not having a right.
Jay Grave 79. How are you this evening, mate? Are you well? Welcome to the live stream for the first time.
In any case, he has to make a case for himself.
Yeah, he does. And the way you do that is by strong performances, pressing from the front, which he does extremely well, and then the quality then in front of goal or assists, and his stats are stacking up for him.
So just before the hour mark on 5 Live, it's Manchester United 2, Newcastle United 1. The 4th Premier League game of the day, because earlier on West Ham United beat Spurs by 2-1 to increase the gap between those two sides to 6 points. Aston Villa defeated at home by Leicester City, who moved above Manchester United at the time, as Martial has it.
Martial.
Martial, that's a good save by Darlow. It was at him, but the ball was moving. And Martial, who's been relatively quiet in an attacking sense, coming to life there.
Oh, what a run. Lovely run from Martial. Gets it on the right-hand side and he holds off Hayden. He knows he can't foul him. He doesn't want to commit and push him in his back because he'll go down. Kieran Clark tries to help him out and he just brushes it past him.
Kieran Clark goes down.
A ferocious shot, but again, fortunately for the goalkeeper.
Fortunately with the goalkeeper.
Comfortably pushes it round the side.
The corners come in.
The corners come in.
To the edge of the box. Laid off by James to.
Laid off by James.
Inside, he digs in a left-footed cross.
He digs a left-footed cross.
Newcastle will bring it away.
Newcastle will bring it away.
Daniel James to.
Daniel James.
Free kick to Newcastle.
Free kick to Newcastle.
The ball, they look to swarm quickly round him because they know his ability to carry the ball upfield.
His ability to carry the ball.
For Newcastle, they find themselves behind in this match and they're looking to.
Very well selves behind.
Shelby has it. Shelby across now to
Shelby.
Lascelles, and it's a slow build up here from Newcastle, but they have it on the right hand side as Kraft goes down the line. Looking for
Clark goes down.
Free kick and a chance to go to Ronnie Forsyth, Ross County against Celtic.
And it's half-time and Celtic toiling against Ross County. It's scoreless here. Bad pitch has taken its toll. Greg Taylor and Callum Taylor, the two Taylors, one on either side, have gone off to be...
too big.
Because of what seems like muscle pulls on the surface. Missed kicks for the most part. Ross County...
Having my milk.
Saved by Bain. It's 0-0.
From a cow's milk.
Dingwall.
Woo!
And here at Old Trafford, Manchester United 2, Newcastle United 1. We play...
Still 2-1 to the home team.
On 5 Live.
On BBC 5 Live as usual.
This game here, Newcastle will feel themselves a little unfortunate to be.
Newcastle for themselves little unfortunate.
What they have to do now is believe that they can get back into the game. Believe that they
can get back into the game.
Opportunities like they did in the first half.
Like they did in the first half.
5 minutes of the second half.
And like we say about stats, well, Bruno Fernandes, who hasn't done much in this game, well, he has been officially awarded that assist, Stephen. So
he's been officially awarded that assist, because I actually checked that on Twitter.
Well, I'm sure players do, don't they?
Yeah, I'm sure they do. I think
it would have been a nicer Matic assist.
He'll take it.
Absolutely.
But I take it.
Asking about bursting on the scene, but I don't think that really happens with fullbacks too often.
Maguire assist and Fernandes assist.
He'll be furious with you, sir. I'm sure he'll be calling in to complaining about you.
Complaining about.
13, wasn't it?
I think he burst on the scene from his
Burst on the scene.
I think so. I think let's not go over that again.
On halfway.
Have a free kick, and they have really got themselves back in front in this game.
They really have got themselves back in front.
On all cylinders, but they won't care at all because
I won't care at all. It's 2-1.
And we're looking at the title race. We don't really think
Mark
there is
Bumps.
a title race.
Thumbs up.
Because Manchester City are playing so
Yeah.
well.
I remember in '99, Andy Cole scored 4 goals against his old club. In '99.
And I think a lot of people thought they'd drop off, but the quality
Yeah.
that they have in the squad, Leicester, and
Against his old club.
injuries as well this season and dealt with them
Newcastle actually made him.
Well, Manchester
A good
United
player.
all midway through their own half, leading by 2-1 on 5 Live.
I think United need to get another one to make sure.
With that 3 points, they will get themselves back above Leicester City.
We'll be back above Leicester on goal difference
They have the ball on the left
if
hand
it stays
side.
this way.
Who takes the ball down beautifully and under control, and now will tease Kraft again. Twists and turns.
Twists and
Drops
turns.
it to his left, then onto his right. Lays it back to Matic. So
Matic.
he's had lots of touches for Manchester United today. Been a creative presence in the midfield. Maguire. Out
Maguire.
To Matic again. Matic down the line to
Matic
Rashford.
down the air.
Fraser's back there to try and double up to help
Fraser.
Kraft out, who's certainly come off second best.
Second
in that particular
best.
Battle. Ball up to halfway and
More than
Lindelof
gone to halfway.
and Manchester United could be patient here.
Manchester United could be patient.
Rashford, and he's on his
Rashford.
and has a go, but it's
He has a go.
for Darlow, who
For Darlow, the keeper.
Rashford the standout
For the opposition.
for Manchester United today.
He is, and what I've been impressed with as well, though, is Matic.
Is
The
Matic.
speed at which he passes the ball, he tells people what
He
wants
tells
them to do
people
with it.
what he wants to do.
It sets the tempo.
It sets the tempo.
United, and the ball fizzed into Rashford there.
Ball fist into
32
Rashford.
Nemanja Matic. It's been written off a few times actually.
He's been written off a few times.
You think the clubs he's played for and the trophies he's won in the Premier League.
Trophies he's won in the Premier League.
He's going to go down as a standout player as the ball's played through.
Ball.
And Martial.
Martial.
The line, and Darlow comes out and gets there, but the flag is up.
Darlow comes out, but the flag was already up.
He's looked a lot more explosive in that attacking area.
Yeah, and that's the offside where we've just nearly seen the injury, which could
Nearly seen the injury.
That's the frustrating thing from a player's point of view. Martial goes into a collision with Darlow, and
Martial goes into a collision with Darlow.
Thankfully he does, but the lines and the assistant referee then puts his flag up, and you think,
Assistant
if
puts
you
his
can
flag
see
up.
that happening, please put your flag up quicker if you know he's offside.
Please put your flag up quicker if he knows he's offside.
Get it wrong, but I suppose we didn't really worry too much.
We didn't worry
They
too
put the
much.
flag up because he still had a lot of work to do. The flag goes
We
up
still had a lot of work to do.
His whistle, we don't worry about it again.
No, we don't.
No, we don't.
The player as well and his well-being.
Yeah, player well-being top of the agenda, certainly with the Premier
Top
League.
of the agenda.
Substitutes brought in a couple of weekends
Brought
ago.
in.
And now Manchester United lead.
Manchester United lead.
One at home on the attack.
On the attack.
Midway through the
Come
second
on.
half on 5 Live as they look to press their advantage here.
Matic here.
Matic.
Matic.
Right foot, ball in towards Bruno Fernandes, edge of the area. Nice layoff from him and from Fred. James with space, a low ball across, but he was caught in two minds whether to cross or shoot.
Whether to cross or shoot.
So, trying to clear their lines.
Try to clear their lines.
Sort of moment in the game here where you feel that Manchester United are threatening enough to get what we probably consider would be a match-winning goal.
Yeah, we haven't seen much from Newcastle since Joe Linton left the pitch.
We haven't seen much from the visitors since Linton left the pitch.
In the game. But the ball from Matic again just fizzes it into the striker.
I think Matic just had a good match.
An attack and he misses.
Fortunately, I'm only listening to it on the radio.
But they need to get themselves back into this game, Newcastle.
Shelby heads it on, but only to a Manchester United shirt.
Only to Manchester United shirt.
Made a change yet, or a substitution. Things going pretty well for them at the moment because they've got that lead and they've had plenty of possession as the ball's given away on cue by Harry Maguire.
Harry Maguire's given the ball away.
3 red shirts around him.
3 red shirts.
Go back and Kieran Clark has it and he has to pass it all the way back to Darlow. What do Newcastle?
Kieran Clark has to pass it back to all the way to the keeper, to Darlow.
To the point of Manchester United taking the lead again. Since then, they've certainly been second best, but still
been second best
in this match as the ball's back with Darlow in his box under pressure for Martial, but he gets good distance.
Gets good distance. Wan-Bissaka in. Saint-Maximin on halfway. Willock. Kraft burst. But Matic, as cool as you like, intercepts the ball. Say that high end to the sky by Matic. Dribbles through to De Gea. Steve Bruce isn't happy that they switched off. Interchanging. Willock is the key player. Newcastle are lucky to get him on loan from Arsenal, to be honest with you. Just like West Ham are, that they have Lindegaard on loan. Like, I think West Ham should sign Jesse Lindegaard a permanent deal in the summer. He's not going to get game with United again.
We've played about 68 minutes and they have it on halfway with Bruno Fernandes.
Bruno Fernandes.
Referee Paul Tierney playing advantage.
Down as
Daniel James.
He's
waiting for support.
Waiting for the support.
He's got Rashford with him.
He's got Rashford with him. Rashford.
Looking to find space for a shot, then
Fred turns.
And
Bruno Fernandes. Gingerly. Furthers back.
Just outside the Newcastle box.
Moves it wide.
In goes Wan-Bissaka to win it back, but it will be a free kick to Newcastle.
Free kick Newcastle.
Wan-Bissaka realising that the danger is
Saint-Maximin
gets a steal, then you're away.
He is
just kicking it. Martial there. He's
in
trying to stop a quick free kick and they
play
did in the first half.
good.
Newcastle, Joe Linton got booked for exactly the same.
Well,
I see.
United are going to make their first change here. Mason Greenwood coming on for Martial. And this will be interesting here because will we see Mason Greenwood through the middle, Stephen Warnock?
I think they will. I think he'll want to keep Daniel James out on the right hand side. Marcus Rashford to have the beating of Kraft, and then it gives Greenwood the opportunity now to play as that central striker as he walks into that position with Fernandes just off him.
And speaking of your England side, well, Greenwood's got a big few months here. He could become part of that mix, couldn't he, with his quality?
I think he'll be in the squad. I think with the quality that he has.
With the quality?
It's been a long time since we've had so much quality in them attacking areas. And Gareth Southgate, good luck. You've got a tough choice to make, and I don't think he can really go that wrong with the quality of players that he has.
Well, Manchester United move the ball out to the right-hand side, and Wan-Bissaka, he's got Daniel James wanting the ball inside, and James now has it in the penalty area.
James.
Slip in there from Lewis, and James clips it. Box and headed behind by Kieran Clark for a corner to Manchester United.
Corner to United.
About the debate of
Ben, how are you this evening? Are you well, pal?
You can debate what you like, really, with Robbie Savage and Chris Sutton. Lines are open for 6.
Corner to United.
0885
This is
693. Easy for me to say, of course.
Kieran.
Give it another go in a second.
Or Keane, I forget his name now. How are you this evening, mate? Are you well?
Manchester United corner. Luke
Shaw.
Footed. Swings it in. Near post flicked on by Bruno Fernandes, and it just escapes Harry Maguire.
Harry Maguire.
We're just going to guide that one in. But close chance, but it's still Manchester United 2, Newcastle United.
Thought Maguire was going to score.
Into the box from
Luke Shaw.
Just at head height, and Fernandes gets across his man, glance in touch, and you're thinking Maguire's just going to put it into an empty net at the back post. Just the pace of it beats him.
Just the pace of it beats Maguire.
08.
I think I'd give mine.
085.
I'm trying to read the number out for 6060.
Mark O'Leary, how are you this evening, mate? Are you well?
In any case, Manchester United have the ball on halfway. Ball goes
Come on, United.
08.
We need to kill off this game now.
909 693.
6093.
For 606. Plenty to debate. Whether I
Plenty to debate.
Probably won't be one of those debates. But Stephen Warnock's England team, the question marks over that, and there are plenty of question marks over that. Not many question marks at the moment about Manchester United because they've been the better side in the last 15 minutes and they have the lead at Old Trafford.
Have the lead at Old Trafford.
As Mason Greenwood picks the
Greenwood. Spurs touch, I think.
Broke for him again. Every time he gets the ball, you think maybe something special might happen. That's the talent of the teenager.
That's the talent of the teenager.
That same sort of quality about him. Lays it off.
Lays it off.
Wan-Bissaka carries the ball forward and
Wan-Bissaka carries the ball forward.
To win the throw, but
Wan-Bissaka
instead, and he'll take the throw in. And
he takes the throw in.
Looking to play with plenty of tempo. They don't want to leave anything to chance as far as the points are concerned. And then Jamal Lewis bundles James to the ground. And we spoke at the end of the
Jamal Lewis bundles James to the ground.
That Jamal Lewis had the better of James, perhaps in that first half. Certainly not the case in the second.
No, because one thing about Daniel James is
for
90 minutes, and it's relentless, because Jamal Lewis is trying to get up the pitch, but
Jamal Lewis is trying to get up the pitch. Get up and defend.
To try and get into position.
To position.
You've made a right mess.
Rightness.
All over your notes.
Yeah, in fact, no, it's not my coffee. I'm going to say
it's not my coffee.
Anyway, swung in by Bruno Fernandes.
Fernandes.
Towards the back post. Quickly carried on with the commentary there, Stephen, before you got in. Matic has it on the left-hand side. Good ball into Rashford. He's one that goes down. Penalty to Manchester United. The challenge from Joe Willock.
Penalty.
His head, he's on the floor. No real argument from the on-loan midfielder. Made the challenge on Rashford, and Manchester United will have a penalty and a chance to take a 3-1 lead.
Then it comes again from Nemanja Matic, that quality of pass into the middle. Again, chops inside, but then fizzes a ball into Rashford. Takes a little cut inside, and Willock.
That's the second time we have had a penalty against Newcastle this season. Hope he doesn't miss this time. He missed against Darlow last time.
It would have been given. Correct decision. Manchester United had the opportunity to perhaps.
Come on, Fernandes.
The tiniest of touches, and Willock looks actually to Rashford almost to say, "Come on, man, why did you go down there?
Come on, man, why did you go down?"
Why would I not go down? On one side, a penalty here, and of course, is to take. Steps up and scores. Darlow, I think, went the right way, but Bruno Fernandes with Manchester United's third goal, and they look well placed here for the 3 points. It's Manchester United 3, Newcastle United 1.
Ice cold, just so calm in that situation. I never expected him to get anywhere near it, if I'm being completely honest. I knew that the goal was Bruno Fernandes was going to hit the back of the net. Joe Willock, I feel sorry for him because he's probably been one of the outstanding players for Newcastle today.
He had a 22nd goal of the season for Bruno Fernandes, which is quite extraordinary from midfield, but he is an extraordinary player. He's not had the best game in the world, but yet he's got an assist and a penalty, a goal to his name. And Manchester United with a spot kick, and they have a 3-1 lead, and with 15 minutes to go of the 90, fancy it's a big old arse now for Newcastle.
It is, and you wonder what Steve Bruce is going to do. Does he take the gamble on the left-hand side of the pitch and say to Alain Saint-Maximin, I don't want you to track back, just stay high. If Wan-Bissaka comes forward, then one of the midfielders will have to get out and deal with the situation as well. We need you to be playing higher up the pitch now.
It's a glum look on the face of Steve Bruce. Joe Willock was scratching his head for quite a while after that penalty was awarded. Here's Mason Greenwood with room and a left-footed shot, and he sized that up beautifully. But it didn't hit the target, but the way he strikes the football is a joy to watch.
Yeah, it's so composed in the way he does it. He doesn't try and lash at the ball. It's composed, it's assured. It's just the technique in which he uses is so clean in the way it hits the ball. He just tries to bend it round the cells into the far top left-hand corner.
If I keep praising Mason Greenwood, he might work his way into your starting 11.
3-1?
No, sadly not.
Okay, Saka, he's been brilliant this season. What about him?
He's in my squad.
Okay, Hudson-Odoi?
No, because he's now a wing-back and I'm not playing wing-backs.
They're just talking about Mason Mount. I'm surprised that he took the penalty yesterday while Jorginho wasn't on.
You know what? I expected to hit the target there. Meanwhile, Newcastle are going to make another change. I think it's Jacob Murphy who's going to come on here. He's just hidden behind the fourth official, but it is Murphy who's going to come on, and he's been a bit of a utility player in a positive sense for Newcastle this season. And it's Sam Maximin coming off, probably to rest him now with challenges ahead.
Yeah, possibly, and he did look quite tired. Now it's a change of sort of personnel. You've got Ryan Fraser come out to this left-hand side where St. Maximin was, and Murphy goes to that right-hand side. But it also looks like they're making another change, Newcastle, as well.
Yes, who is it, Stephen? Because I can't see who you're talking about.
Dwight Gale.
Oh, there you go. He's just got up. He's just got up from his seat. And he will he come on for? We will find out from there and actually have a recognised striker on the pitch. Newcastle United is so difficult for them. And up until that Manchester United second goal, they were very much in this game that can't be forgotten, really.
Can't be forgotten, really.
To that point.
They were playing very well, and that's the difference in the game, is that just that turn of quality that Manchester United
turn of quality.
I think it's been a way Manchester United have played for a lot of the season. When they haven't played that great, they still have.
They haven't played that great.
Dwight Gale's actually gone and sat back down, picked up a
Dwight Gale's gone and sit back down.
I think he heard you say he was coming on, and he thought, no, I'm not having Stephen Warnock get this right. I'm going to sit down and wait until I'm ready. Well, Manchester United scoring 3 goals today. They were, at the start of play, Man City had scored the same number of goals as Manchester United. Yet Manchester United have conceded 31 goals. This is before this game today. Manchester City, 15 goals. And that's the biggest difference you could say.
Yeah, I mean, you look at Manchester City defensively, they're very, very well drilled and organised, but from the front to the back. But Manchester United have put in a really good performance today because they've been tested and they've stuck to their principles, the way that they like to play. And big players have stepped up when they've had to.
You do wonder now, will Manchester United think about perhaps bringing on one of those young players as we get closer towards time with this buffer that they have? Almiron coming off for Dwight Gale, and I think this is certainly Newcastle now looking ahead. Steve Bruce looking ahead, wants to come because they host Wolves next weekend, and that game looks huge now.
It does, but I think there's huge signs here today from Steve Bruce's team. I think when you re-evaluate and you analyse the game and look at it, there's so many positives to take out of it. Lapses in concentration at times have cost them.
Manchester United have the ball on halfway with Bruno Fernandes leading by 3 goals to 1 on 5 Live. As Wan-Bissaka has it on the
Wan-Bissaka has it.
Fred picks it up, and they're moving the ball with confidence now, the home side. And since they got their second goal, they've certainly been the better team. And they've added a third through a Bruno Fernandes penalty, and after Rashford was fouled by Joe Willock. And there's a sort of feeling about this game that the points are in the bag for Manchester United. There's still 10 minutes left.
10 minutes left.
There will be 30 seconds left. The way, sort of the attitude of both sides now.
Yeah, I think Newcastle are just making sure that they don't concede.
Newcastle just making sure that they don't concede anymore. Of course, between these two sides earlier this season was 4-1 United.
Of course, goal difference is going to be so important because Fulham's is better than Newcastle at the moment.
Wow. Fulham's goal difference is better than Newcastle's at the moment.
Newcastle by the last game of the season because they play each other.
They actually face each other the last day of the season as well. Fulham and Newcastle.
Yes, it could be.
That could be the turning point. Depends how many points both sides go into the last day of the season.
Manchester City have won it. I know it's mathematically not possible yet, but no one's catching Manchester City in the vein of form that they're in.
Brighton.
Colin, how are you this evening? Are you well, pal?
Crystal Palace tomorrow. That game is live on 5 Live. The Monday Night Club.
The Monday Night Club.
Manchester United here. 3-1 up against Newcastle.
3-1 up against the Geordies.
Through the impressive Matic. Greenwood
Greenwood
with space. And James, there was
James.
a on that and it almost squeezed in at Darlow's near
Almost squeezed at Darlow's left post.
Didn't play through the middle that much, but that was sharp play from Greenwood.
Sharp play by Greenwood.
And he was the one who was then making the dart in behind. Lascelles as well. And Dan James just as
Dan James
the ball
slips.
Deflection over the bar.
Still 0-0 between Ross County and Celtic in the Scottish Premiership.
We're looking good going back up to second on goal difference ahead of Leicester.
And as it stands, they'll be extending their lead, a substantial lead at the top. Shaw with a corner for Manchester United sends it in to the near post, and Matic attacking it, but I think the last touch was off Shelby, so it'll be another corner
to the Red Devils.
United. And, you know, looking across the whole game, the standout player, you have to say, is Matic.
Yeah, he's been outstanding.
Matic has been outstanding.
At the heart of everything.
Standout player.
Which Manchester United have played. And he's been a dominant player in that.
He's been the dominant player.
Give a mention to Luke Shaw's delivery as well. Outstanding.
Andy Cole used to have that single. Outstanding.
And a fine save from Darlow.
Fine save.
To get to that one, the Newcastle man, otherwise they would
by
have
Darlow.
It's still 3-1.
Another great ball from Luke Shaw.
Great ball by Luke Shaw.
He takes the pace off the ball, just stands it up to the back post.
Stands it up to the back post.
He's got the jump on.
He's got the jump.
Manchester United looking to add to their goal tally here. They almost got the chance. Well, they did get the chance. Harry Maguire, though, not able to convert.
Harry Maguire would have been nice for him to get a goal.
Again, looking towards Maguire. Maguire wins a header again, but he puts it wide.
Maguire puts it wide.
Football. He is one of the most prominent targets from a corner kick that you'll see, Harry Maguire.
Yeah,
he could have had 2 or 3 goals tonight.
It has to be right. You have to put it in an area where Harry Maguire wants to be.
He won't get a goal tonight.
He takes Kieran Clark away, then he pushes him off. Stops, then goes again, and Kieran Clark can't stay with that. It's very difficult because you're trying to keep your eye on the ball so hard in those situations, and Maguire will be disappointed that he's not hit the target.
What do you call it?
To our England show.
Cara, how are you this evening, mate?
Many set-piece takers for England. I mean, James Maddison's an option.
Mark Danko, how are you keeping this evening, mate? Are you well?
Taking set-pieces. That's an element, isn't it?
It is. It's certainly.
Are you well?
One of the players that I actually put in there was Trent Alexander-Arnold, but on form.
Trent Alexander-Arnold.
He's had a poor season, especially the second half.
To be fair, Trent has actually had a very poor season this year, by his standards.
Perhaps that might be the player that Kyle Walker as well, yeah.
Kyle Walker, well, to be fair, Kyle Walker, he hasn't had that much starts for City this year. Because City squad is pretty big. He might have to move on in the summer.
From the visitors with Jamal Lewis. Too much pressure on the ball.
Too much pressure.
Manchester United. But Jamal Lewis turns away.
Jamal Lewis turns.
Gives the ball away. And
Greenwood.
Right-hand side. And Rashford through
Rashford.
And Greenwood. He really wanted to find Rashford, but it didn't really set up for him, and it goes.
It didn't really set out for him.
And that's the thing with Manchester United.
And that's the thing with us, Manchester United.
This game, they'll just be punished.
Just be punished.
You felt that third goal was it really, as far as their hopes of getting anything from the game. We've just seen a sort of Sir Alex Ferguson.
By Sir Alex Ferguson.
United club director.
He looks well, doesn't he?
It does look very well.
It does look very well.
Scares recently, but he's in good shape at the moment.
Good shape at the moment.
The legend, of course, with the
legend, of course.
After him on the far side from where we are.
Where we are.
Manchester United, who haven't won a title since 2013.
We haven't won the title in 7 years.
They thought for a few moments that they might have a shot at it this season.
Yeah, we gave it a good goal, but we're inconsistent.
Rashford looking for Shaw.
Shaw.
Ball to Luke Shaw. Low ball across. Darlow missed it. Drops to Greenwood.
Greenwood.
I think he's going to shape to shoot it. That's exactly the case. Sort of miscued his shot really. Newcastle living dangerously here, though. Some fine approach play from Manchester United, who have a bit of a swagger about.
Having a bit of swagger.
For a side at home near the top of the league.
Rochi, how are you keeping, mate? Are you well this evening? Are you watching the game?
Luke Shaw.
Luke Shaw.
Up so well. Great weight of pass from.
I'm glad that Luke Shaw is playing very well. Because he's injury prone.
Halfway under no pressure at all. Newcastle just.
Newcastle.
Themselves in a little bit here. Damage limitations.
damage has been done.
Which they did equalise in this contest. We've got about 5 minutes left.
5 minutes plus stoppage time.
Are about to come on for Manchester United. Thought maybe they might bring on one of their teenagers for their Premier League debut, but that's not the case as it stands.
Not case as it stands.
On the left-hand side, ball in towards Bruno Fernandes.
Fernandes.
Ball tried a little clever ball back to Rashford. Just slows the game up enough.
Like you, Fran.
Security in defence before trying.
Thanks, buddy.
Pass.
I appreciate that.
Forward from Murphy, who's playing in his more preferred position.
Position.
Is it Greenwood limping on the near side?
No, we've got one of the youngsters coming on.
Oh yes.
Oh, the youngsters.
Shortire has got to his feet. What is it with me?
You asked and you've got.
This is what I'm hoping will happen if I keep.
This is what I hope what would happen.
Plays it inside to Fernandes.
Fernandes.
Greenwood again. Can't find James, but Fernandes can.
Fernandes.
James. And he has it on the right hand side of the penalty area. In the penalty area, clips the ball looking for Luke Shaw.
Luke Shaw.
Manchester United. So comfortable here.
So comfortable.
By 3-1.
3-1.
Fred turning away.
Fred.
Newcastle have everybody back here.
Newcastle have everyone back.
The home side don't add to their goal tally as they wait to make 2.
We've already scored 7 goals past Newcastle in 2 matches this season.
17-year-old, he only turned 17 on February the 2nd. Would you believe?
February 2nd, turned 17.
On to make his Manchester United senior debut. And it's Mata to come on as well. Daniel James, the goal scorer, who scored the 2nd goal, is coming off. And this is a special moment for Shola Shortire, isn't it?
Yeah,
Special moment.
Congratulations on your first game at Old Trafford, getting your opportunity to come on. But go and make it happen now. Don't just go on and play simple. Try and build yourself into the game a little bit, but prove why you've been asked to play in the team. This is a fantastic stage, a fantastic club to play for, but you're there for a reason.
And he's got the perfect role model here, who is replacing Marcus Rashford, a man who's come through the youth system at Manchester United, and on comes a young player who's also come through the youth system, and his senior debut for Shola Shortire. And that moment gives me a chance to go to Roddy Forsyth at Ross County v Celtic.
Yes, we're just kicking the hour mark. It's still Ross County 0, Celtic 0. Celtic dominating just as they did in the first half, having almost all of the play, but this pitch is the enemy of the sure touch. If it stays like this, Rangers will be only 8 points from Steven Gerrard's first managerial honour. It's Ross County 0, Celtic 0.
Well. A special day for Steven Gerrard is about to be, but still goalless there. Giving you updates as Newcastle come forward with Willock. Now Fraser, this is promising for them. If they could get a goal, it could make the last few minutes interesting. We're in the 89th minute.
89th minute now.
Vicious shot from Jacob Murphy, nowhere near hitting the target. The 4th official, Lee Mason, about to hold the ball up with how much added time we'll get. Not sure how much we'll get really based on this second half, which has flown by. Just hope the youngster Shortire gets a touch before the whistle is blown. That's always the situation, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, he'll want to show something. The great thing for him is that I don't think Newcastle would have expected him to be in the squad, so the analysis on him, do they know too much about him? So it's a great opportunity for him, as soon as he picks the ball up, to do something, because he's an unknown.
Manchester United leading by 3-1 on 5 Live. We are still in the 90th minute as Newcastle play the ball forward to halfway, and Joe Willock, who conceded the penalty and led to Manchester United increasing their lead through Bruno Fernandes from the penalty spot. It's cut out by Lindelof, the long pass forward. 6:06 follows this match. 3 minutes of time added on at the end of this match, and Shortire with his first touch, and looks to be tricky and take on his man. He's just eased off the ball though by Murphy, and Newcastle will start again, and obviously for Shortire, he's rather small in stature, but plenty of skill, as Willock tries to win it for Newcastle.
I'd say he's probably the same frame as sort of Ryan Fraser, isn't he? When you look at him, he's that small type of player, but obviously low centre of gravity, bags of pace. You can see it when he accelerates, and you think,
added on,
he gets on the ball, and you're going to have problems, Kraft.
And of course, room to grow. Think of someone like Steven Gerrard, who
having
a growth spurt. And Haaland's the best example of that. A giant of a man, where Only a few years ago he wasn't that big, so who knows
Added.
what time might have that moment. He's only 17, only just turned 17.
Incredible, isn't it? I mean, what an opportunity for you, and what a moment for him and his family. Enjoy the moment.
Born in 2004. Where were you in 2004, Stephen?
I was on loan. No, I was at Liverpool.
Alex, how are you this evening?
Manchester United looking to bring it away.
Jordan, how are you this evening? Are you well? Bad defeat for us last night at the derby.
One eye here on goal is carrying all the way up to the edge of the Newcastle penalty area.
Mata, only just on.
Into the box.
Short tire.
And options to his left, lays it all the way back.
Lays it up to Maguire.
Short tie has it back again, getting plenty of touches here.
Getting plenty of touches.
Manchester United debut.
Bruno Fernandes scored a got me assist on a goal. Maguire got me the assist, so I'm lucky with that.
They feel comfortable and that you trust them on the ball as well.
As they all say, Juan Mata, a top professional.
Juan Mata is a top professional.
Experienced player now. And Manchester United
now.
Well, very comfortable 3-1 win in the end.
7 goals in 2 matches against Newcastle. I take it.
With Murphy. Fraser's in the middle.
Fraser.
Murphy's ball to the back post,
too much by Newcastle.
Does just that on the left-hand side, then plays the ball.
Plays the ball.
Box. It's easily dealt with by Shaw.
Easily dealt with by Shaw.
Fullback now for Manchester United.
Fullback by Manchester United.
One of their standout players of the season. Is that something you agree with?
One of the standout players.
When you think of what he's done.
He's done.
Left centre back in a 3. He's played as a fullback. Sort of relationship that he's put down that left-hand side with Martial, with Rashford. Has been.
Simo, bad defeat for your team, Arsenal today, mate.
What we really saw.
At least you didn't get hammered by City this year. Losing 1-0 to both Sterling goals this season.
I broke my leg. I know how tough it can be, the psychological side of the game. But
Glenn Wilson, how are you this evening? Are you enjoying the match?
Luke Shaw.
We think Luke Shaw went to the wall. We're coming up towards the end of the game.
Teenager. Full-time whistle blows. In the end, a comfortable victory for Manchester United. A strong second-half performance took the game away from Newcastle in the end, Steve.
Yeah, huge positives for Newcastle to take out of the game. The first half displayed probably the first 5 or 10 minutes of the second half, but that quality that Manchester United possessed.
Thank you for tuning in this video. Thank you for all your chats and comments. I love you and leave you. Oh, it's true, it's damn true. Have a great evening. Enjoy yourselves. Watch a match of the day. The highlights, match of the day too. Oh, it's true, it's damn true. Bye bye.
Manchester United in the end to a